Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an artist and writer, a journaler, journal maker, and teacher of journaling courses. And in this video, I'm continuing the series of sharing my journey studying arts therapy. And in this video, I'm looking at one of my classes called Foundation in Arts Psychotherapy. So I've just had my first class in it, and I can't wait to share with you some really cool things that I was learning and some art activities that I did that you might want to try yourself as well. If any of these art activities you could give a go yourself. Some of them are specific to our situation, but you can adapt them to just more generally applying to life or to your situation. So the first one I want to talk about is this one. Okay, first I just need to leave some ground rules about how to approach when you are creating an image or making art and doing these art activities. So the first thing is to just let the art emerge. You don't need to know why it's there. You don't have to explain it or justify it. Just feel it in your body type of thing and just let it come out on the page however it is. So it doesn't matter if you can't draw, it doesn't matter if you don't consider yourself an artist, that doesn't matter at all. It's just starting right where you are with how you're feeling, what's going on in your body in this moment, and then just letting whatever wants to come out, just to come out. And you don't have to look at that thing and go, oh, I know what that is. You might not know what it is, that's okay. But it's a true expression of whatever is happening in this moment for you. Again, you don't have to know what it is or explain it to anyone. Just let it be. That's the whole point. Just accept it. Accept whatever comes out on the page as a true reflection of whatever is happening right now in this moment for you. So, and then once it emerges, then it can inform your thinking. You can respond to it and explore it, but not to think first, not to go, this is what I want to draw. I'm going to think about what I want to draw and then put that on the page. No. Just let whatever wants to come out emerge on the page and then think about it, reflect on it. The thinking comes after. So you're working from the body up. Notice what your body is feeling and then express from there, and then look at what you've created and let it speak to you. It will tell you something. It will help you to observe yourself. So express whatever it is you're going through, put it on the page and explore it. So I hope that kind of helps. This was our first, let me put this one aside first of all. This was our first activity, and I'll walk you through it in case you want to do it at home. So before you even draw anything, just think about the colours, shapes and movements. What are the colours, shapes and movements of the challenges in your life at the moment? So for us it was all related to our studies. What are the challenges that you're facing studying this course? How does that feel? How do the challenges feel? What colour does it look like? What shape and what movement does it take when you think of the challenges of this course? And then we'll do the same thing. What are the colours, shapes and movements of the joys of this course? What are the colours, shapes and movements? What does it look like to succeed and do well in this course? And then what are the colours, shapes and movements? What do they look like for when you stay committed to this path and you commit to this study, this course? So you might want to just do it for a situation you're in, a season you're in, or just life in general. What does it look like? The challenges of life in terms of colour, shape and movement. What does the joys of life look like? The colour, shape and movement. What does it look like to succeed in whatever venture you're finding yourself in, or to succeed in life? And what does it look like to commit to just living the best life you can anyway, or committing to that work, that job, to being a parent, to whatever it is? What does it look like? Try and put it into a colour, a shape, a movement. Just think about that, and then, or write it down, or draw it. And then what you're going to do is take all four of those things, whatever shape, colour, movement it takes for each of those four things, the challenges, the joys, success and commitment, and to create a symbol that combines all four. And so my symbol ended up being one of the pictures that I had for one of the things. So I'll just give you an example. For me, the challenge looked like a mountain. So like a black, dark mountain with a storm. Storms for me are represented by the colour purple. A dark storm, and there's a river. It feels like I'm drowning in the river. That's what it feels like to be challenged. Like I'm there's this huge mountain in my way, and I'm in a storm, and everything's crazy and unknown, and I'm drowning in a river. That's what, for me, a challenge. The shape of it, the color, purple and black. The shape is a mountain and a tornado. That's the shape, like a spiral for a storm. And the shape of a river is just that flowing, the movement. And again, the cycling around is the movement of what the movement of the challenge looks like in the storm. Joy, for me, this was really interesting because I didn't know, I couldn't think of anything, and so I did that whole thing, just go from the body up, just do the gut response. You don't need to make sense of it, you don't need to know why it's there, just go with whatever comes up for you. And for me, I saw a rainbow and a trampoline. So I thought, and now once that image is there, now I can explore it and let it inform my thinking. So I'm like, okay, rainbow, what does that mean? Okay, you don't necessarily need to do this, I don't think. You don't need to interpret it. You can just let it be. If you put a rainbow on there and you're like, I don't know why that's there, that's totally okay. But for me, I could kind of see what the rainbow there is for. Joy kind of is represented in a rainbow for me. The colors of a rainbow, it's like happy. And then I could see myself standing on top of a rainbow instead of a mountain. And that it's a mountain, it's like more of a mountain of joy now instead of a mountain of just darkness and unknown and chaos. And the trampoline, like jumping for joy, just jumping for joy with that energy and inspiration, that kind of thing. So I guess that's what that meant. And then success, for me, it looks like gold. My quote about how there is gold and glitter in the dirt and darkness. So success means, for me, again, I didn't know this would come out. Like, gold was the thing that came into my mind. I'm like, okay, why is that there? So now I'm letting it inform my thinking. Gold, the idea that, yes, out of the darkness comes gold, but you have to go through that process. Don't just quit here. You won't get to the gold if you just quit there. You got to go through it, go through the dark times, go through the hard times to find the gold. And that's what success looks like, is to have made it through all of that, to stick with it, to get to the gold, so that you now have something to give out of that trial. I definitely believe out of all the hard things that we go through, we then get something with enough time. We get something that we are able to offer others, whether it's wisdom or understanding or compassion. We're able to give something to others that is now gold. And then so I thought of another one, like the diamond, a chandelier, light, all that kind of thing, to give light. And when your darkness can turn into light, that's when you know you've succeeded in this context. And then commitment. Again, I just went with my gut reaction because I'm like, what on earth does commitment look like? I don't know. And I just saw the colour white. I don't really know why. And I saw the colour grey, and then I saw the shape of a stone, a round stone. So I think letting that inform my thinking, I'm like, okay, it's solid, it stays put. Be a stone, just be a stone and just be committed. Stay where you are. You're strong, you're sturdy, nothing can budge it, you're a stone. I don't really know why it's white or grey. I don't know, but maybe I could let that inform my thinking later on, and it's okay just to let that be. And so when I wanted to put it in a symbol, it took me a little while to be like, well, how on earth do I put this in a symbol? But then I thought, okay, the chandelier, that can symbolize my journey studying this course, how I am, I'm going to aim for the gold of the success here, and the light and the diamonds, the crystals hanging off it, that represents success. And then each of the little beads and jewels and crystals can represent each part of it. So the challenges, these can be black beads or cloudy purple beads. And then the commitment, these can be white and grey beads and round to represent a stone. And then joy, these can be rainbow crystals. So I love what this showed me doing this activity, was that I love how, that all could be represented in one symbol, that it's not separate, that it's not like, okay, now I'm in a challenge and it's all just a challenge. Okay, now I'm in joy and it's just a joyful thing. No, this journey that I'm on studying this course is going to encompass all of it, and to let that be. So I've come to a place of acceptance, because I've been alternating from being, yes, I'm so excited to do this course and I can't wait and it's awesome and I love it and it's the best, to why on earth am I doing this course? I don't want to do it. It doesn't make any sense. It's too hard. It's too much work. It's too much time. I don't want to do it. Help. And I keep oscillating between these two. And this picture really helped me go, both can be there. I don't need to get rid of one or the other. I don't have to know, yes, for a fact, I'm not going to do this, or yes, I'm going to stick with it. I can just know both can be there. The challenges, the joys, they can all be there together, and to know they'll come and go as they please, and just to accept that. So to know when the trials and challenges come, to not freak out, but just go, oh yeah, that's come back. Oh yeah, that's because it's part of the journey. It's part of the chandelier. It's all good. That can be there. Moving on, keep going. So yeah, this picture definitely was an exercise helping me in acceptance through having that visualized and symbolized in an image, that it's all part of the one symbol, it's all part of the one journey. And yet to know that they're all going to be there throughout the course. I'm going to have moments where I love it, I'm going to have moments when I'm really not liking it, and it's all good. It's all good. It's all just part of that journey. So see how, again, like for me, this simple activity really helped to bring clarity for me, organize my mind, to really see where I'm at and accept where I'm at. And now to go forward with more clarity and more guidance and more security, if that makes any sense. So yeah, isn't that interesting? Like, I love how art and these activities is not just a process of creating something, but we learn from it. And not only learn from it, but helps us in our actual lives, with our emotions, with direction and clarity, and going forth with new perspective and with new peace. So yeah, isn't that interesting? Anyway, I think it's amazing. Is anyone with me? And you're just listening to this as well, and you're just like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Because after this class, I was just jumping out of my skin going, the stuff we're learning in this is just amazing. I've rambled on long enough in this video. I think I'll save this one for the next video, because this is a whole separate thing which gave me more light bulb moments. I love aha moments and revelations, and so good. So I'll save this one for the next video. This one we might call the title of it something like symbol, or accepting the journey, or symbol of your journey, or something. Let me know if you try that at home and if it helps you in any way, and I'll come back and share this one in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in January. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. I can't do this without you, so thank you so much. If you would like to become a patron in February, the link will be below in the description box to my Patreon, and that's where you get access to extra videos and behind the scenes looks, personal updates, printables. The Ruby tier and higher, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy as well. And may you all journal your lives, because your story matters.